And here is my brand new 2009 Georgetown XL. And here is the slide to the living room, and now you see the first handiwork I did. Water is down there to the left, in the middle is the electricity, and in the back the sewer hose leading. Here's the front of the Georgetown, and then as we look to the left, we see the entranceway, and of course my BRZ, which sadly has to be sold. And here's a quick view of the RV I'm staying in right now. Sadly, my BRZ there, just the drive shaft would have to be modified to make it work as a towing vehicle. So a new towing vehicle. That's the back where I'll be getting up eventually and doing solar power on the roof. And that's the view from the cockpit. First time setting up the GoPro. And this is the same view, exactly the same location, but the angle of the camera is now set on wide instead of medium, so I catch much more of the screen. So here you have the back of the cockpit seat. Let's move it around slowly. You can just see the working area as well as the outside view in this RV park. And here is the passenger seat, and down below is where I'm going to keep the litter box for the cat. Not a best case, not a good thing, but where do you put one in a RV that isn't annoying? You know, that's just part of life. And then here is a little table, pull-out table, which I'm going to put my hi-fi here, which would basically be a CD player and maybe an amplifier, but a very, very good pair of speakers so that I have an audiophile set up. And then probably above it, well, that's the TV, but up in this area here and along there, sorry, is where I'll be storing CDs. I have 1200. They're not obviously coming with me, but they're going to get into little bags and be stored in 360 CD bag holders. Here's the sofa, and this of course turns into a bed, not a very comfortable one by the looks of it. I think I may need to put like a little air bed blow up, but I don't know how often it's going to get used. But it's not really very comfortable as a sleeper. It is comfortable as a sofa, which is nice. And here is the dinette, and that also does turn into a bed, which surprises me, but I saw it done, and it really is more comfortable than the sofa. And there's the slide-out space you see, where it's quite wide, and where that bucket is will eventually, I think, be a freestanding little server or a trash can to start with. I haven't decided exactly what's going there. So moving away from the cockpit area and the hi-fi area, you have the entrance to the door, excuse the trash bag sitting there, and then you have the start of the kitchen area. It's tight here really. There's not a lot of space to store things. It's going to be an interesting lesson. Effectively the two cabinets down the end there, I'm going to have to use as well to put everything in. There are some nice things. Let me show you. This pulls out and becomes a nice little area where one can keep a lot of storage. And then this pulls out. So, but that's probably for sure. It's not anything else. Maybe. See, it's just tight. This is a convention oven and microwave, and then the grills down below, 3 boiling points. Here is the refrigerator, just a little bit of odds and ends in it, and the sink, which lifts up. These are also good little cutting boards. So let's walk our way through till we get to the bedroom. And here is the bed, all set up now with a very nice additional mattress. Big space in here. I'm going to store lots of stuff in here. There's a really lovely cabinet, and then space underneath. Let's just go divert ourselves for a little second into the bathroom, and this is rather nice, comfortable shower. You see, Lots of space and a nice light coming in. So here is the bedroom, a view from the bed, a nice TV for late night watching. I probably won't use that very much since it's not connected up to a DVD. And just more storage. This is, I guess they call it a vanity area. I'm almost inclined to think of it as a computer area myself. We'll see how that will develop. That'll be interesting. Maybe a nice plant would go there. Now, again, I love all the cupboard space. Excuse me, I just stuffed anything in there at the moment. But that's, again, what I'm thinking of doing is I have a portable washer and a portable dryer I'm going to order. And I will keep one of these in each of these big cabinets. Plenty of space. I'm very happy with the cabinet that's back here. Certainly I'm going to be able to store most of my things here, and clothing wise in this area, and I can have seasonal clothing stored below. This is the first morning in the RV. I picked it up yesterday from Salem, drove the hour and a half to get to this RV park. Lots of experience, lots of confidence building, getting in and out of gas stations and things, and changing lanes in the highway, then driving on smaller roads. It was good, and it took me just as long to set up once I got here to get the electricity, the water, the sewer running. And there's still lots of things I have to learn. I can't really get the DVD player working yet, or the bed's not comfortable yet. It's just things that have to be done. The water wasn't hot this morning when it should have been. But the water heater seems to be working. It's like reading the manuals, learning my new home, and not just jumping into everything and thinking it'll all work perfectly without reading and learning about this lifestyle. There's different kinds of electricity in here. There's different kinds of waters. This is really quite different from a house. I just did a simple sandwich and a cup of tea here. I have to christen the new RV with a cup of tea. Just the space limitations, making that was an education that shows me. My neighbour's just pulling in. Oh, the laundry. Anyway, the space limitations in the kitchen show me it's going to be quite a task putting this kitchen together. Where am I going to store the saucepans, the foods, the trash bag? And yet, there's a lot of issues, but all of them are interesting, and life is changing. And when I actually take this thing out on the road in a couple of months, and there's no apartment to go back to, and this is home, God, that's going to be a dramatic change in my lifestyle. Howdy, neighbor.